Hello friends, we'll be taking up advanced quiz on mensuration in this session. So here is the question set and here are some more questions on the advanced quiz. So friends, let's look at the first question. A square of side 2 cm is cut from the corners to make a regular octagon. We need to find the length of each side of the octagon. So now we know that each side of the square is 2 cm and we got x from each side, from the left side as well as from the right side. So the remaining is the side of the octagon, which becomes 2 minus 2x. Now if we see in this triangle PQR, we know that PR is the hypotenuse of this right angle triangle, and we also know that PR is also the side of the octagon. So now using the Pythagoras theorem, we can say that PR square is equal to PQ square plus QR square, and we know that PQ as well as QR is equal to x. So this gives us PR is equal to root 2x. So we have these two equations for the side of the octagon. So we equate these two and we get root 2x is equal to 2 minus 2x. Taking x on the left hand side of the equation, we get root 2 plus 2 into x is equal to 2, which gives us x is equal to 2 by root 2 plus 2. Now we can further simplify it by writing it as 2 divided by, we take out root 2 common from the denominator and we write root 2 plus 1 in the bracket. So now 2 in the numerator is divided by root 2 in the denominator, and we get root 2 in the numerator divided by root 2 plus 1. Now we can rationalize this by multiplying it with root 2 minus 1 in the numerator as well as in the denominator. So we get this root 2 into root 2 minus 1 divided by root 2 plus 1 into root 2 minus 1. Now in the denominator we clearly get 2 minus 1, which is nothing but 1, and in the numerator we get 2 minus root 2. Now this is the value of x. We need to find out the length of each side of the octagon. Now length of the side of octagon we know is given by root 2x. So we can say side is equal to, we multiply this with root 2. So we get, now this first of all x can be also written as root 2 into root 2 minus 1. Now if we multiply this with root 2, the side becomes 2 into root 2 minus 1. So this is the side of the octagon that we need to find. Let's look at the second question. We need to find the cost of fencing a semicircular field of radius 42 meter at the rate of rupees 2 per meter. So now this is the field which is given to us. We need to first find out its perimeter and then we can find out the cost of fencing it. So perimeter of the field, it is important to note here, is perimeter of this semicircle, plus the diameter of this semicircle, which becomes pi r plus 2r, which is pi plus 2 into r, and that we get as 36 by 7 into 42, which is 216 meters. Now since the cost of fencing, the rate of fencing is given to be rupees 2 per meter, we'll multiply this with 2 to get the total cost of fencing this field, which is 216 multiplied by 2, and that comes out to be 432 rupees. Let's move to the third question now. The parallel sides of a trapezium are 20 centimeter and 30 centimeter, and its non-parallel sides are 6 centimeter and 8 centimeter. So we know the parallel sides, we know the non-parallel sides. We need to find out its area. Now, if we drop a perpendicular from A on DC, we get AE as the perpendicular, and similarly from B, we get BF as perpendicular to the base, which is DC. Now, looking at this triangle ADE, we know that AD is the hypotenuse, so 6 square minus x square is equal to the height of the trapezium, which is h square. And similarly, if we see the triangle BFC, we know that 8 square minus 10 minus x whole square is equal to h square. Now we equate 1 and 2 because both are equal to h square. So we say 8 square minus 10 minus x whole square is equal to 6 square minus x square. And opening the brackets, we get 64 minus 100 minus x square plus 20x is equal to 36 minus x square. And minus x square on the left hand side and right hand side cancel each other. So the equation becomes 20x is equal to 72. So x becomes equal to 3.6. So now we can find out, we can put this value of x in this equation, and we get 6 square minus 3.6 whole square is equal to h square. Simplifying that we get h is equal to 4.8 centimeter. Now we know the formula for the area of trapezium is half into the sum of the parallel sides into the height. So which is half into 20 plus 30 into 4.8. That comes out to be 120 centimeter square is the area of this trapezium. Let's move to the fourth question. The water from a full cylindrical bucket of diameter 28 centimeter and height 72 centimeter is poured in a rectangular tank 16 centimeter by 28 centimeter. So this is the base of the dimension of the base of the rectangular tank. We need to find the height of the water in the tank. So we have this cylindrical bucket and we have this rectangular tank. So the water is poured from the bucket to the tank, and we need to see how much height will the water rise up to in the rectangular tank. So we know that volume of the bucket, water in bucket will remain same as the volume of water in the rectangular tank. So volume of water in bucket is given by pi r square h, which is 22 by 7 into r, which is 14, diameter being 28 centimeter, the radius is 14. So multiplied by 14, multiplied by 14, multiplied by the height, which is 72 centimeter, which comes out to be 44352 centimeter cube. Now volume of water in the tank is given by 16 into 28, which is the base of rectangle into the height of water that it rises up to. So this volume of water in the tank will be equal to the volume of water in the bucket. Equating the two, we get 16 into 28 into h is equal to 44352. Simplifying this, we get h is equal to 99 centimeters. Let's now look at the solution for the fifth question. If the radius of a cylinder open at both the ends is decreased by 25% and height is increased by 25%, we need to find the change in the surface area of the cylinder thus formed. So we know surface area of the open cylinder is nothing but 2 pi RH because it is open at both the ends, so we don't count the area of the flat surfaces. So now the new radius R dash is 0.75 into R because the radius is decreased by 25%. The new height H dash is equal to 1.25 H, which is 25% more than the original height H. So the new surface area A dash will be equal to 2 pi R dash into H dash, which is 2 pi into 0.75 R into 1.25 H, which becomes 0.9375 A. So which means the area reduces by 6.25%. How do we find out the reduction? Is by finding out A minus A dash, because this is the reduction. Divide by the original area into 100. So if we see A minus A dash is equal to 0.0625 A divide by A into 100, and this A in the numerator cancels with A in the denominator, so we have 0.0625 into 100, which comes out to be 6.25% reduction in the area. So we move on to the last question of this advanced quiz. We have a hollow 21 centimeter long iron pipe which has the external diameter 8 centimeter and the thickness being 1 centimeter. We need to find its weight if the weight of iron is 8 gram per centimeter cube. So now this is what a pipe looks like, and this is the external cylinder and this is the internal cylinder. So this is how the pipe is hollow, and this is the portion which is made up of iron. So we need to find out the volume of iron used in making such pipe. So the volume of this pipe will be equal to the volume of the external cylinder minus the volume of the internal cylinder. We take the external radius to be capital R and internal radius to be small r. So the volume of hollow cylinder, volume of the iron used, becomes pi into capital R square minus small r square into H. Now capital R we know is 4 because the diameter is given to be 8 centimeter. And we know that the thickness, this thickness is 1 centimeter. So the internal radius becomes 3 centimeter, which is 4 minus 1. So we get the volume as 22 by 7 into 4 square minus 3 square into 21, and that comes out to be 66 into 7, which comes out to be 462 centimeter cube. Now to find the total weight of the cylinder, which is made up of iron, is given by volume into the weight per centimeter cube. So volume is 462 into weight per centimeter cube is 8. So 462 into 8 is the total weight of this pipe, which comes out to be 3696 gram, or you could say 3.696 kilogram. Friends, I hope you enjoyed the session. If you find it useful, please like it and share it with your friends. You can visit us at our Cool Smart Learning website and post your queries there. And please subscribe to the Cool Smart Learning channel for getting updates on the new sessions. Thank you.